Hi guys, so I'm doing an April check-in for all the things that I made in the month of April. This month, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only made 7 items, but I made 3 cardigans. So those are kind of big. But we're gonna get started on the smaller stuff. And the first one up is I made a bucket hat. Should have got out the little head mannequin. It's in my room, but it's just a regular old bucket hat. I made it with the remainder that was left from one of the cardigans. So this is not usually the yarn I would use, but it turned out pretty cute. And I made 2 tops. Now I'm experimenting, so these definitely were not it, although I'm questioning now if that hat was made the month before. So if that happens to be in that video, my bad. But I made a triangle top. It's a little tank top that goes on like this. And I made it kind of to fit a size like me, but this triangle isn't completely square. So it fits a little wonky. But I like the idea, so I'm definitely going to try it again, just in a different way. So I got the 2 up top to tie around your neck, and then the 2 on both sides. And all I did was a chain and then a slip stitch back, which I really like the way that turned out. It seems really sturdy. So I'm definitely going to use that again. And it's just a granny stitch triangle. And I think when it comes to the corners, I need to chain more than, because I usually do a 3 stitches together, chain 1, and then 3 stitches. So I think I'm going to have to do a chain 2 or possibly chain 3 to make the triangle bigger. But I don't, like I said, I don't follow patterns. I just do things and go with it. But I do like the style of this, so I'm going to have to try this again. And I might see if my niece might want it. And my other top that I experimented on, it made me think of kind of like a watermelon. So basically all it is 2 strings on both sides, which I did a chain, and then I stitched along here, followed by another chain, and then a slip stitch back. And this one, you take it, and I think I did a tic tac on this one. But you just tie it on the top, and it is, shoot, I don't remember what my chain was for this big part here, but I did like 18 rows of double crochet, but you tie it up top, and then it kind of drapes here, and then you tie it around here. So this is something that would be cute over a tank top or like a little bralette. But I have a bralette in this same color style that I think I might pair these 2 together, because them on their own, they're a little see-through. I love making these tops, but I definitely am not somebody who wants to go around in some of these tops, because I'm thinking it might reveal a little more than I want to reveal. But they're really cute, and my nieces like them. And I got experimental, and I made a zipper pouch. So I took 4 little granny squares, and then I put them together. And then after I did my chain up, which I think next time I'm going to adjust this part to make it to where it hopefully fits all this. But I just stitched it to one of those canvas zipper pouches, which I actually got this one from Amazon, but I'm not good at my sewing. So I like it when I have little to no sewing. So I'm definitely going to do this again. I bought a pack of like 12 of them. So I need to decide exactly what I want to do for that again. But I think it turned out really cool, and I'm excited to make more. So those are my small projects for the month of April. Now on to the bigger ones. So this one, there's a couple ends that I still need to tie in, which you see I'm draping around. Let's face it, those ends that we have to tie in when we're done, the weave-in is my least favorite part. So sometimes I wait to last. Like I tried to do really good. There's not a whole lot in this one because as I was going, I was doing it, which was good. Because by the time I finished, I was excited about another project. So I didn't finish. But this is a size medium cardigan that I made. And I just did the edges with a single crochet. And this one is the color Boysenberry from Big Cakes, Karen Big Cakes, I think. But it's Boysenberry. And I really like this color wave. And I was hoping, I was going to do more with the sleeve, but I got 2 cakes and I was afraid that I wouldn't have enough. But I like the way the color wave just, it did it all naturally. And I didn't have to, a ton of ends weave in because it wasn't all the different colors. So I really like doing that. But that's my first of the 3 cardigans. And then my second one, which personally for myself is one of my favorites, which this one I think I'm keeping for me. But I did my front post, back post little cuff. And this is also a yarn that's multicolor, so I didn't have to do a lot of weaving in. And this one is completely done. And I even did the front post, back post for the border edges, which I don't normally do because that's a lot of work. And some people don't like that, but I was making this one for myself. And I really like it, which it actually matches my shirt a little bit today. But then my third one, which technically isn't finished, I'm making it for my sister. And I have a whole ton of ends to weave in. And it is going to take me, I feel like, forever. So I'm probably going to do it not all at the same time, because I feel like I'll probably end up doing some and then putting it down and working on another project and then doing it some more. So this other one kind of reminds me of Minnie Mouse. And this one is for my sister. And I did it's black, so it's hard to see. She has little tiny little hands. So I made the wrist hole smaller, which is also why I can't try it on for you, because it's a little too small for me and I don't want to break it in, knowing that my hands are bigger than hers. She is a tiny little thing and she wanted an oversized cardigan, so I'm making her one. But as you see, this was not a color wave. So each one of those rows has an end for me to weave in. So that is fun. And I didn't weave anything in as I was going. Because, you know, apparently this one, I was like, I didn't even think about that. And then I have a couple of these up here in random spots. Because, like, the yarn did a funky thing there. And I didn't want that to show on the front side. So I had to cut it off and start it again. And I did the 3 rows of single crochet around the edge. Once again, it's in black, so you can't really see it too well. And then I just started with 2 rows of one color, 2 rows of another, then 2 rows, and then I went 1, 1, 1. I mainly did this because I didn't want to stop so soon whenever I was making this, but I like the way it turned out. Because honestly, you don't really see that portion of it whenever it's on. It's in the armpit area. And then you got the back, and it turned out really pretty. And I'm super excited and proud of it. I just need to finish it by weaving in the ends, which will take me like forever. But I'll have to make sure it's done by the time I see her next. But that was the last item that I just finished this, except for the weaving in, of course, yesterday. Last night, I stayed up pretty late, and today is May 1st. So it does count. I'll just have to do the weaving in this month. But I have 2 more cardigans that I'm making. I'm actually making a custom cardigan for 2 different people, which is the same one, because a friend asked me to make one, and then I showed the picture to another one, and they actually liked the idea, so I'm making it for them as well. But it seems to be more of like a fall theme, which I picked up the yarn for it, and I'm so excited, which is going to be the next thing I'm probably going to do. Although I should probably finish a baby blanket that I've been meaning to finish. And I'm thinking the next month's going to be weird. Because if I get these 2 cardigans done and this baby blanket that I'm making, they're all in the, like, the baby blanket, I just don't like making blankets. I get bored of them, even though it won't take me, I just need to actually finish it. But next video may be more of a short with a video slide of like pictures and stuff, because those 2 cardigans and that baby blanket, all 3 of them, once I get them done and completed, I'm giving them to the people. Like they're buying them from me. So I need to give it to them as soon as they're done. And so I don't know if next time there's going to be an actual video or there's going to be a video and then I'll have a short of the stuff that I already gave away. I might do it that way. I don't know. We'll have to see how that one goes. But this one is pretty short because there's only 7 items and 3 of them were the cardigans, which I'm curious. Comment below, looking at the cardigans that you see, what would you think that they're worth? Because with me I'm planning on posting them to my Etsy shop, and I've had multiple people, because I've asked this question, and I've seen a range of people where they say $30 up to like $200. And personally, that's a pretty wide range. And yes, I would like to be paid accordingly to where like it's, you know, not a completely like I'm actually getting paid something. But it just interests me how like people think of different things. Like put into perspective that each cardigan from start to finish, depending on their sizes, they could take me 18 to 24 hours to make. Because like something like this one took me about 21 hours. And then the one that I made for my niece, the boysenberry one, took me probably like 19 hours. So I'm just curious because like, I don't know. I feel like when someone said 30, I felt like 30 was really low. But I also know they're not thinking of everything because like the cost of the yarn. So like the yarn for this one was probably about $25. The yarn for that boysenberry was like $30 because of the brand of yarn. And then the other one that I got, the other one that was also a Karen, the bigger one, that one was closer to $35, $40. That's just for the yarn. So I'm just curious. I don't know. Just comment below. Let me know what you think. Hope you guys have a wonderful month. Thank you for tuning in.